I got into a back and forth with a girl in her comments because she decided to make a video about how she went to the Chris Brown concert and was denied VIP entry because she was dark skinned. Yes, y'all. So she basically says that she knows some guy who's plugged in with Chris Brown from London, and he basically told her that he could get her and her friends VIP entry, like stage seats, to go see Chris Brown. So they pull up to the Chris Brown concert. The friend is still in London, but calls Chris Brown's manager and says, "Hey, they're outside. Can you go get them?" The manager comes, sees them, and says he's out of VIP tickets. Mind you, she's dark skinned. One of her friends is dark skinned, and the other one is Puerto Rican. So they call the guy back, and the guy's like, "Hold on, let me call him." I guess he calls the manager, then calls them back and says, "Sorry, I don't know what's going on, but he said that he don't have no more tickets." So instead of leaving and going home, they stand out there looking like boo boo the fool, like goofies, watching the manager let other women come in who are clearly they passed the paper bag test. And while they're standing out there, somebody else from Chris Brown's team comes over to the Puerto Rican friend and says, "I can get you in." And when she says, "What about my friends?" he was like, "No, just you."
Hello, ladies. Welcome to Self Love Over Sacrifice, where we talk about all things related to women's issues. Now, as you see, Chris Brown is at it again. And as a chocolatey woman myself, I cannot imagine lowering my self-esteem to the ground, or better yet, the beneath earth surface, okay, to see Chris Brown in concert, let alone want to stand next to him. Chris Brown has every right to have a preference and has every right to choose to want to be with who he wants to be with, but it is bizarre and racist as hell for someone to say, "You can give me your money, but you can't sit next to me. I'll never party with you based on your skin tone alone." Black women, young black women, because older black women are typically not doing the shenanigans, you deserve love, admiration, and respect. Okay? You do not deserve to be mistreated like this ever. Many of you need to talk to a licensed therapist, and I'm going to say this very often. This type of behavior of purposely overlooking poor behavior in black men has caused a lot of ruckus within the black community. This man has not identified himself as being a black man. This man has put hands on other women. This man has done all types of foolishness to people. He's aggressive, and the list goes on, and he's colorist and racist. And this right here is the reason why I don't pay black men any attention when they say that black women don't support black men. And even though Chris Brown is not necessarily black, because he's made it very clear that he's not, he's very much so black adjacent. He will work with black female artists to make sure he get black women's dollars. He will charge you $1,000 to take a picture with him, but he don't want you partying next to him. There are some black women out there that will literally support your foolishness, and it's really unfortunate. Hence the reason why many black men don't think they should have to suffer consequences for nothing they do, because you continuously support them even when they are mistreating you. I also noticed that black men are real quiet, and so are other black women who are pick-me's, because usually if this was a black woman or a group of black women supporting a white male racist like this, I'm pretty sure they would have a field day with this conversation, but they're not, of course. As a chocolatey black woman, I really do think that my people need to be studied, because there has to be some type of psychological effects of racism, or some type of kink where you get turned on by being humiliated and rejected by one another, because something has got to be mentally off. I don't find that appealing at all. I don't support any man that doesn't support me. It's just not what I do. I only give to people who give to me. It's real simple. I will never, ever on this planet give to someone that don't give to me. I don't reciprocate anything back that you don't give to me. It's just basic common sense, one-on-one life lesson. This Chris Brown fiasco has been going on for I don't know how long. It's been on for some years. So people who are pretending like they didn't know any better, pretend like they had no idea he was like this. Many women, unfortunately, think that they are so supreme, they're so gorgeous, that no man would ever mistreat them. And I guess I was thinking that when I posted that information about Holly Berry being, hit by other men in the industry, she got abused by other men in the industry physically. and she's been considered the most beautiful woman on this planet. Even Holly Berry has experienced mistreatment by the hands of a man. You are not exempt. You are not exempt from being mistreated based on how you look. As a matter of fact, your looks will make a man want to humble you even more. Going through all of this hoopla just to meet a man who don't like you is just bizarre to me. You need to talk to a therapist. I'm going to say this over and over and over again until it sticks. I also want to add that billionaire founder of Lululemon leggings, Chip Wilson, some years ago stated that he did not want certain customers coming in and supporting the brand. Yet you still had black women on here supporting that man's brand. And when I support black female-owned businesses, whether it's bakeries, they sell little perfumes, body butters, hair, whatever it is I can get my hands on that another black woman is selling, I'm willing to buy. I have to search for these women because not many of you will go to great lengths to support another black woman's business the way you support these men businesses, and particularly businesses of men who are racist. Chip Wilson is also a white man, by the way, and when he made that comment that he didn't want certain customers coming in, we know what he meant. You need to practice going where you are wanted and not where you are tolerated. Now, I'm going to wrap this up by leaving you with an additional video where a young woman talks about what colorism is, so she can break it down in layman terms, do a better job than I have, because maybe we're just not seeing eye to eye on some things. Maybe we're not doing a good job, us content creators, with explaining ourselves when it comes to colorism. I love y'all despite your goofiness. Please leave a comment down below. Don't forget to subscribe and share. Bye.
Just real quick, colorism is not a preference. I wish that y'all would stop saying that. It's really ignorant. Colorism is based in racism. It's not about a preference. And this is how I'll explain that. The Chris Brown situation. Chris Brown can date whoever he wants to date, but who you want to date has nothing to do with your fans wanting to party with you. So as a woman, if a woman gets on here one more time talking about how I like dark-skinned men, okay, so have you ever been to a party? Have you ever had a get-together and there's an option of men there that you may want to date? Are you going to tell the light-skinned men that they can't come in because you only want dark-skinned men? Never in the land of niggerdom have I ever heard of a woman telling men that they can't come into a party because they're light-skinned. It's not a preference. It's colorism. And y'all can date whoever you want to date. But when it comes to who we're inviting into a club setting, when it comes to what fans we're actually going to engage with, we're only going to engage with fans that we have the prospect to fuck. That's the issue right there. But you know, then that would require women to not be so fucking thirsty. So, girl, again, colorism is not a preference. Y'all be safe out there.